What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Got the Poet, live in effect like I always am, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about something different today. Me and my wife were talking. I was having a passionate conversation with her. A lot of people confuse passion with anger or disgust or just being like rude. But when I'm passionate about something, I get a lot of emotions going in me, especially if I care about it. So we're gonna start this thing called Gott's Corner, and I'm gonna try my best once a week. I'm gonna dedicate one video a week to this Gott's Corner. Basically, I'm gonna be on here just talking to you guys, giving you guys motivation, and going from there, speaking on personal opinions that certain things that I've been through and stuff like that. So, let's get right into it. All right, y'all. So let me give y'all the beginning of me being an entrepreneur. All right. I used to work for this guy who cleaned buildings. All right, and he, I'm not going to speak on his name or anything like that, but he always paid us very well. He always tried to teach us how to do things outside the box. He met us at the place that we worked at, and we literally just, he called us up like, I need this building clean. Can you do it? Blah, blah, blah. He would pay us day by day. And then if he trusted you enough, he would give you buildings to clean by yourself or bring somebody with you. You would get paid more because you're driving, and they would get paid their rate because they were riding with me. I learned about this process of working your own hours, working and basically doing what you want, but also taking care of business. All right. So with that being said, I grew a little older, and I personally tried to start my own cleaning company called McKinney's Cleaning Company. I think that's what it's called. I think I still have a picture of the business card. If I do, I'll put it right here. If I don't, sorry. But I tried that. I got a couple contracts, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was a failed attempt of me being an entrepreneur. All right. So now we get a little older, and I'm still working these 9 to 5s, whatever. And I just couldn't grasp the fact that I had to go clock in somewhere, stay at that building, and just work. And then if my work was completed a few hours in, I still had to be there, just sitting there as like a security guard or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what I was, but I was just like, I just couldn't understand why I was just sitting there doing this stuff, right? So Uber and Lyft started like bubbling up and all this other stuff, and I was like, let me try this Uber thing. And I tried it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I tried it and I liked it. I was like, all I gotta do is ride around my own city, drop people off, pick them up, take them places. And I was like, this is insane to me. Insane. So in the beginning of the Uber days, like when they first came to this area, I was making a lot of money. A lot of people got onto it. They were making a lot of money. Unfortunately, I got kicked off of Uber. And if y'all want to know why, I think I still got the video somewhere on my channel. If I do, I'll either link it below or see if I can put it right here somewhere in the little icon or something. But I'll figure all that out. But, then I got on with Lyft. I didn't really understand the app because Uber made it so simple. Then Lyft was just like, It was like their distant cousin that's doing the same thing they doing. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. So I did it. I started getting good. I was still working a job though. I was still working a 9 to 5, and I was doing Uber and Lyft. And I was like, yo, like this is crazy. Like I can figure out a way to make X amount of dollars per day. And then while I'm doing that, yo, like I can just leave my job. So that's what I did. So when I left my job, right? I was like, yo, this Uber thing is gonna take off. Or at the time, cause I stopped working for Uber because they kicked me off. This Lyft thing gonna take off or whatever. It was starting to get slow because Lyft just got introduced to this area maybe a year after Uber did. So a lot of people were using Uber more than Lyft. I was like, yo, this thing gonna take off, and it didn't. So that's my second failed attempt. All right? My second failed attempt. At the same time, I'm still doing poetry. I still want to write music. I still want to be the biggest artist out of Richmond. I want to do all these things, but I'm just stuck. Like right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm stuck. So I go back, do my 9 to 5 thing. And at the time, I'm working 2 jobs. I got a full-time and a part-time on top of me doing Uber, on top of me doing Lyft. And I was doing that like a couple days a week just to see if it would pop off or whatever. So technically I had 3 jobs, 2 part-times and a full-time. So I'm doing all this stuff and everything is like kind of working itself out or whatever. And I got injured at work. All right. The company I was working for, they were kind of like standoffish about me getting injured at work. Well, how'd you get injured and all this other stuff? Luckily, I had a great boss. She was like, yo, I got your back. Don't worry about it. I remember the day it happened. Let's just work it out. And I'm not going to get into that story. I just can't talk about it. But she was like, yo, I got you. So I'm working this full-time job. My part-time job is where I got injured at. And so when all that happened, like I had to go through doctor's appointments, x-rays, MRI, all this stuff, right? Long story short, I had back surgery. All right? I had back surgery. I'm laying in the bed, in my own bed, because I have 3 months of recovery, 3 or 4 months of me being at home, not working, not doing anything, just recovering. That was my job for 3 or 4 months. And I'm watching YouTube videos. Shout out to Dope Closet Thrift, because I saw him in almost every round 2 video. And he inspired me. I was like, yo, he's local, he's here, blah, blah, blah. I want to do what they doing. All right? So I had a little money saved up. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm starting to get better. You know what I'm saying? My body is telling me to do this, do that. And I'm just taking my time, listening to the doctor's orders. I go and do my last checkup with my doctor. And he was like, yo, like, everything's good. It's on you now. Cool. I'll go back to my full-time job. I go back. And I got this little money still saved up, all right? I go back to work. And I'm just like, yo, like, what is going on here? Like, what do I want to do? So I go and start buying inventory for what you guys know today is Shop Lyrics Boutique. I start buying inventory to try to resell it on Facebook Marketplace for, I think it was OfferUp at the time. All these little spots that I could sell on, right? And it just didn't work out. I didn't have all the knowledge that I needed to become a reseller. So I'm back at work. That was my third failed attempt at trying to be an entrepreneur. But my mind state wouldn't let me be an entrepreneur. Let me tell y'all this, right? Like I'm getting yo. Hear me out. My mind, my thoughts was hurting me. My thoughts was hurting me. My thoughts was like, yo, why you want to work for yourself? Why do you want to work for yourself? You got guaranteed money. Go clock in. Go do the other people's work. Whoever's dream it was for this company to start, you're working for their dream. They're paying you to forget about it. They're paying, yo, I got a good salary. I got 2 days off a week. I'm off every Sunday. I'm like, yo, this is a great job financially. But it wasn't a great job mentally for me. The job tore me down. Dog, when I tell you, the job just was like, yo, nah, stay here. They didn't physically say those words, but that's what I was getting. Stay here. My mind kept on messing with me. My mind was like, nah, you can't be an entrepreneur. You got guaranteed money over here. Don't give that up and make $5-10 over here. Don't do that. I'm back at work when all this happened. My first day or two back from my back surgery, and I'm sitting there like, yo, this ain't me, y'all. This ain't me. So I called HR. I was like, yo, I'm not really feeling too well. My back isn't 100%. I think I came back too early. So they gave me a little bit more time to leave. I think I had like another 2 weeks. So they gave it to me. I took those 2 weeks. And I started driving Lyft heavy. When I tell you heavy, I was out in these streets like 60, 80 hours a week, making bank. Until I realized I was killing myself. I was like, yo, like, I was going through health issues. After the back surgery, I was still going through health issues. All this stuff was just, yo, I went back to the hospital. I was admitted to the hospital for like maybe a week because I was still, like, my body was like, nah, man, yo, what are you doing? It was either my body or a higher power telling me, yo, what are you doing? Slow down. But I was making great money paying my bills with Lyft. So boom, the 2 weeks is over. I called HR and I was like, I'm not coming back. That was the hardest thing that I did for my career. Because my mind still was like, you're giving up guaranteed money. Okay? I don't know if you guys heard that phrase, if you build it, they will come. They're not going to come overnight. They not. It's not going to happen overnight at all. You got to put in work, consistency. You got to put in time. You got to put in grind. You got to go out there and just do it. And with all that, though I had 3 failed attempts. I was like, yo, let me try this thing one more time. Right before the pandemic happened, January 2020. All right? I'm out, I'm doing Lyft, I'm doing all these other things to get a little bit of money here and there. And something always pulled me back to, yo, go buy inventory and try to sell. Go buy inventory and try to sell. Something always took me back to that. So I was like, all right, cool. So I did it. I think it was February, maybe the beginning of March, right before COVID happened. COVID was out there in January, but it wasn't in the States yet. So right before it kind of like shut everything down, I did a pop-up. Poetry and Love. Shout out to Miss Angel. She was like, yo, you can set your table up, set your rack up, whatever you want to do right here. Yo, I got you. You perform it for me. At least I can do is, yo, you got this spot right here. Try to sell your stuff. And Miss Angel is a big part of this because she pushed me along with my wife. My wife was always there. Like, you could do this, you could do this. But Miss Angel gave me the opportunity to actually have a spot to sell my stuff in. All right? That night that I got home, I counted the money. And one day, I made what I made in 3 or 4 days, maybe 4 days of doing Lyft. And I was like, yo, what can I do with this? What can I do with this? And my wife asked me, yo, what you doing now? And I was like, yo, I'm not going to work tomorrow. Because with Lyft, you don't have to go do, you don't want to go, don't go. You just ain't gonna make no money that day. So I didn't go. Had that money. And what I did was, and I'll get into another video of that. If you guys want to know about it, comment below what I did with the money, or how I managed the money. Not what I did with it, because I'm getting ready to tell you what I did with it. But how I managed the money, I might do a video on that if y'all interested. Just let me know in the comments below. So I took some of the money. I go out and buy an inventory. While I was doing that, I'm posting on my social media. I'm posting it on Facebook. At the time, I had an Instagram page for the shop. And I'll get into that another time too, because those were like, all these obstacles was being thrown at me. So I'm posting every time I buy something, post it, boom, size it is. Yo, if you want to get at me, DM me, let me know what's up, right? It started bubbling. People buying the stuff before I can even take it home. I'm meeting them, I'm buying it, not even going home, meeting them and giving it to them and making my money that way. So I started off with 1 rack and a table. 1 rack and a table, that's it. Now I got 5 or 6 racks of clothes. I still got that same table where I display my shoes and stuff on. But the world shut down. The world shut down right after that pop-up. But a lot of people was still like having that itch to shop. So what I did, I masked it up. I brought hand sanitizer with me. And I'm out here like, yo, you can shop out my trunk. In the middle of the pandemic, people were shopping out of my trunk. I would pull up, lay all the clothes on my car. They going through stuff like, yo, boom, 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 whatever. Yo, that was the hype. That was like, yo, you could do this. I'm doing Facebook Lives at night, showing my new inventory off. Consistent. Every night. If I didn't have new inventory, I would make a post. New inventory coming tomorrow. Stay tuned for the live. And I had consistent customers. I had consistent clients. I had consistent people that were supporting me through the pandemic. And don't get me wrong, the pandemic brought a lot of horror stories to a lot of people. I'm blessed to say I wasn't one of those people. I'm sitting out here like, yo, anything is possible. Turn an opportunity into profit to basically live off of. This video is not for me to brag. I'm not bragging at all. My mind state is different from 3 years ago. I know it's possible to make money out here. I know there's opportunities to do different things and make money. I'm just saying this, right? If you set your mind to something, you're consistent with it, you keep growing with it, anything is possible, man. So 2022, it's currently September. We're in the 2nd week of September, getting ready to go into the 3rd week. And I've been an entrepreneur for all these years, for 3 years, for 2 years, January 20 to now. And I've been doing pop-ups, like bigger pop-ups where it's like hundreds of vendors. I've done smaller pop-ups where it's like 20, 30 vendors. I've done smaller pop-ups where it's like 5 or 10 vendors. I've hosted my own pop-ups. If you got a dream, if you got an idea, it doesn't even have to be a dream. If you got an idea and you feel like it's not possible, write your dream down. Write your idea down. Figure out what you got to do it. My wife used to drill this in me all the time. Use your current situation to pay for what you want to do. If you got a job that's paying you well, set aside $100, $200 if you can. Make sure you are able to just set that money aside or invest that money into what you want to do. And then once it happens and it starts bubbling, now you're making money over here. Is it making enough for you to fire your boss? Is it? And if it is, and it makes sense, a lot of people ain't gonna believe you because they don't see your vision. They don't see it at all. They don't see it. They don't see it. Their vision was given to them. Your vision was given to you. So they might not believe it. You might sound crazy to some people. You might sound insane to some people. It might be something that's like, yo, you know such and such doing this little thing over here? Yo, it might be little to you, but it ain't little to them. Yo, small wins turn into big, like, triumphant moments for people. They're like, yo, I can do this. Like, that small little... Let me rephrase that, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Because when I get passionate, sometimes my words don't come out correctly. That pop-up I did at Miss Angel's spot for Poetry and Love. Shout out to Miss Angel and Poetry and Love. That was the foundation of showing me that I can do what I'm doing now. That was the foundation. That small win made me see that I can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm not my biggest. I'm still in competition with a lot of people. And honestly, I'm not in competition with no one. I'm saying that to say there's other people doing the same businesses I'm doing. I'm not in competition with them. I don't sell clothes. I sell my personality. You hear me? I'm going to connect with you. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to learn something about you. And you might want to support me just because you like me. Alright? Do you understand that? Customer service is way bigger than me selling clothes. I've been in customer service for at least 10 years, 20 years of my life. I've done a lot of customer service. I worked in a lot of sneaker stores. I helped a lot of sneaker stores. I physically built the sneaker store with one of the owners. And I'm not going to get into all that because that's the negativity that I'm staying away from. I'm being positive now. I want you to understand something. If you got something that you want to do, do it. Do it. Figure out how to do it and just do it. Yo, I'm going to end it like this, man. I know I've been rambling, but I just felt like somebody needed to talk. Hear my talk today. Yo, this is J Gott's Corner, man. If there's something that you want me to answer, something you want me to talk about, comment below. Get at me, man. Get at me, all right? I'm serious. If you like this type of content, hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. I got more to say, but I'm gonna make it short this time. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, all right? Peace.